Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the T67. It's the Tier 5 American turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Cliff, and this one is under the command of SlyMeerkat. Yes, it's the guy who actually owns a pair of meerkats, name of Toffee and Fudge, and they quite often play on his lap whilst he's playing the game. Game started. You can see he's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, and that's usually a sign of somebody who's very competent in the T67. It's not a bad little tank destroyer. It's kind of a precursor to the Hellcat. It's got a 75mm, is it 75? No, 76mm gun, capable of 115 alpha and penetrating 128mm with standard rounds, and with the APCR that goes up to 177. Now, as I say, this was a precursor to the Hellcat. It was actually, there was 2 prototypes, the T49 and the T67. T49 was basically the same vehicle but with a covered turret, and the T67 was the open turret version. And they were made by Buick of all places, or I think it was Buick actually supplied the engine. 320 cubic inches gasoline engines, and then they actually switched over to the Wright Continental R975, which is the same engine which you find in a lot of the M4s. At least I say some of the M4s, not all of them, because the M4 itself had a variety of engines, including the Ford engines, the Wright Continentals. There was a General Motors engine, which is a diesel, a twin diesel. And then there's also the Chrysler multi-bank engine, which is basically 5 banks of engines in a kind of pentagon arrangement, which meant that the vehicle was obviously more resistant to battle damage to the engine, because even if one bank of engines was put out of action, the others would keep on turning. Anyway, less about the M4 engine than more about the T67, I suppose. The one good thing about this tank is it does have good rate of fire, a versatile turret, low profile. It's got an excellent top speed as well, 61 kilometers an hour, and the gun depression is pretty good as well, 10 degrees. You can see he's got eyes on that AMX and takes him out with just 1 shot. But he was spotted, so he's going to have to motor now, because there's a couple of enemies just the other side of the ridgeline, and I'm sure that they're going to try and put around into him. Oh! Puts around into the B1. The B1 gets killed by the Arty. The Gorilla on our team managed to get him. There's 3 Arty in this game. 2 Gorilla and a SU-122A on our team. The enemy team's got a Gorilla, an SU-122A and a Fifi, which kind of gives them a bit of an advantage. But look, we've got an enemy Wolverine there. He's not paying attention. And oh, he did get some spotting damage on that Wolverine, who got killed. He's now trying to go after the Panzer IV Ausrüstung H, but he's actually behind that house, so you're not going to get shots at him because it's an indestructible house. He's decided to turn around. The traverse on this vehicle is not very good, both turret and vehicle, so you're going to have major problems. If you're not lined up in the correct direction, you might end up a cropper. It doesn't have any armour either, so going up against the T-34, even if it's the 1941 version, will not help you. But yep, he did manage to pump 3 rounds in, and that's where the rate of fire really helped him. The DPM, the damage per minute, is 2,248 hit points a minute, and that's a lot. That's a high scoring vehicle. You can see that Kehoe had to pull back. Not only was he spotted, but he probably sensed that Arty was about to hit him and realised he had to get out of the way. Yes, he must have had sound detection warning. Okay, we've got another T-34 from 1941. They're obviously very popular at the moment because it's the 11th birthday of wargaming. And I know a lot of people will be wishing wargaming a happy birthday, but I don't think I'm one of them, because they really screwed up Arty with their changes recently. A lot of Arty players are very upset with wargaming. We're not going to give them any more money. You've had it with our money now. 1 more shot to kill. Yes, he got it. Nicely done as well. He fired, pulled back before the guy could respond. So 3 kills so far for SlyMeerkat. Look at the Arty coming in. Yeah. He's telling that Looks to get the hell out of there, because if he doesn't, he is going to get punished by the Arty. There's another Arty shell coming in. Looks like they're after that looks. You can see the little circles appearing on the map where he was. And we've got a HAKOO up going up the hill. But there's the Panzer IV Ausführung H. He's over on the other side. He's headed towards our tank destroyer. In fact, there's no tank destroyer in the nest. He's just taking care of the HAKOO. In fact, in that nest, we've got a T-34 1941. Probably not the best tank to be in there. But you see, Sly likes to play his tank destroyers on the move, rather than sitting in a stationary position, camping and sniping at people from a distance. This vehicle is designed for move and shoot. It is a very, very good tank destroyer. A lot of people cut their teeth, you might say, on a tank destroyer like this because it's so versatile. Now an AMX-40, a duck, was last seen on their sniping position, their tank destroyer nest, and we're trying to get shots on that Su-76 GFT, but we can't really go down that tip without opening ourselves up to shots from the MX-40, and we still don't know where the enemy Arty is. We do know where two of the enemies were last seen, or one of the enemy Artys, rather just the Su-76. It's very likely that the enemy Arty are actually down, or at least two of them are probably down in the northwest corner of the map, rather, in grid square A1 or A2. He's not been spotted. He was sitting there fairly much in the open, and there's that T-34 1941 again. And it looks like he's after our Arty, and that's made Sly respond. And we've now spotted that the enemy T-40 and AMX-40 are both up in the sniper nest area in the north. He's not going to go for them though, because he needs to get this T-34 1941 to stop our Arty from being wiped out. If you miss with your first shot, I don't know why he was. Oh, it was the rock was in the way. That was it. Now he's getting the hit. One more to kill, and he gets it. And he's also got a patrol duty as well, potentially at least. That's one medal that tends to disappear rather quickly. He's staying here just for a second, just to go unspotted as far as the Arty is concerned. And the enemy Arty has been spotted over in the grid square A2, so it was the correct spot. We don't know where the other two though are, and it's more than likely that they're down there as well. So I think he's going to do a quick run through the western pass.
I need your help.
He's asking for help in this case from the looks. At least I hope it's the looks he was asking for help for. The looks should be able to spot the enemies for him, and I'd be quite happy to actually go straight forward, because we know that the T-40 and the AMX-40 are up in that height position, and although the AMX-40 might have view range on this area, we know that the Arty have very short view range, and it's only when he gets past those houses that they're going to spot him. There's the Fifi. He does have good view range, and he's probably seen us by now, especially after we fired. Yep, we have been spotted. Oh, lovely one into the gun shield. That's his top gun. Oh, and the other Arty is in that corner. Now, he's just going unspotted for a brief moment because the Gorilla and the Su-122A do not have good view range. He puts one into the T-40 up in the sniper's nest, another one into his rear. Tried to go for the kill, but couldn't get it. He's now trying to put a hole through the AMX-40. I wouldn't worry about that because, well, he did get one shot in, but the dispersion on this gun is pretty poor. So at range, you don't want to be trying to hit shots accurately at range with this gun because it's very, very difficult to get them. But he did get them. Okay, we do know that both Arty are up ahead, and they're probably both in the same bushes. So he's using these wrecks to approach. And any second now, we're going to spot them. There's one. Oh, that's it. Dodge to one side. Get alongside him. That's it. So he can't get a shot on us. One more to kill. And there you go. He's got the kill on that guy. But there's the Gorilla. See, no, it wasn't the Gorilla. The Gorilla is elsewhere. He must be up in grid square A4. But the AMX-40 is still up in that high position. So he's got 7 kills now. He's one short of getting a Radley's. How's he going to approach this one? If he goes up that ramp there, he would get shot at. So the best thing to do is to actually go either along the dip and then try and creep up on the MX-40. There, he's come down from the cliff. Now it's much better at close range, less dispersion, and he's punching holes through that AMX. Oh, go for the Gorilla first. Yeah, one more shot to kill. That's a Radley's. It's also a Pascucci's. And he gets the AMX-40 as well. In fact, he got a Dimitri's because he didn't kill the Fifi beforehand. And that is the end of the battle. And he got a Nathan's medal. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for SlyMeerkat in the T67. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 in total. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a 5 effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. But he got a couple of epic medals. In fact, well, he got more than 1 epic medal actually. He got 3, and a couple of battle hero medals as well. He picked up a Radley Walters medal for killing at least 8 enemy tanks. In fact, he got 9. He was one short of getting that Pulse medal, but of course he couldn't get that T40 because he dived off that rock when he knew that he was vulnerable and just wasn't able to get the shot in time. He got a Dimitri's because he killed all 3 enemy Arty in that game. He got a Nathan's medal, which I believe is I think that is a battle. It's either a battle hero or it's an epic. I may be wrong. I think it may be a battle hero rather than epic, but he killed all the enemy light tanks in that game. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he also got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, yes, he exceeded that by 50%, didn't he? If we look at the team score, let's have a look at that. 2,413 hit points of damage. The next high scorer only had 1,156, and that was the SU-76 GFT. And the third highest damage was the Gorilla on his own team with 1,100. When it came to kills, he easily surpassed the others because he got 9 kills. The Type 5 Kehoe only had less than half his score, 4 kills to him, and 3 kills went to the Gorilla, who only had 1/3 of the number of kills that he did. He could have platooned with the Gorilla actually. Right at the end, they both would have come out with a crucial contribution, as well as the brothers in arms. I guess at the time he didn't think that that was possible, but it probably would have been a best option actually at the time. Quickly platoon with somebody you know who's got 3 kills, and then obviously you pick up a nice little medal at the end of it. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's top on that one. He's top in all 3 columns. 1,258 base experience points. 526 went to the Panzerkampfwagen 2 Ausführung L, the Lux, and 523 went to the Gorilla. So yes, it would have been a very nice game if he'd had those 2 extra medals as well, but he certainly did well on what he got. Let's have a look at the detail. 40 shots fired, 27 direct hits, 25 penetrations. You've got more ammunition in this T67 now they've made necessary changes. 70 ammo now. It used to have a lot less in the past, so you've got plenty of ammo to spare. 27 direct hits, 25 penetrations. It's got decent pen with standard ammo, but most people tend to carry a fair amount of premium anyway, just in case. 2,413 hit points of damage, of which 367 were done at more than 300 meters. 4 hits received, 3 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. As I said during the video, it's got paper thin armor, 12.7 millimeters on the actual hull all the way around, and the only part of the hull that doesn't have that is the front of the turret, which has got 25.4 millimeters, and that's so thin that just about anything will penetrate it anyway. But he did actually block a shot, and I think that actually hit the tracks of his vehicle. 55 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 12 enemy vehicles damaged, 9 kills. So there was only 3 enemy vehicles he didn't touch, and he certainly killed 3/5 of the enemy team, and 419 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 27,554 credits, got 20,666 from personal reserves, a total of 61,997 credits altogether. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and even though he did use some premium ammo, he still came out on top with 36,345 credits to take away. 1,258 XP and took away 1,887 XP altogether, so there's something missing which What Replays is not telling us about. But an excellent game. Could have had those 2 extra medals. Always worth actually thinking, should I actually platoon with somebody? Because I've got enough kills now. I've got a top gun. He got the top gun when he was actually trying to shoot at the T40 and the AMX-40. And yes, he could have actually considered platooning at that point. But I think he had too much on his mind at the time, just trying to stay alive. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.